Alright, sorry about that, you guys. I just had to put those cinnamon rolls in the oven, and now we are going to continue with chapter 13. Alright, Dash at the Mark Hotel. Why is it that all these unattractive guys have all these ideas about what they're going to do for you? Asked TC. Most men come across you as very arrogant, said July. She had skin the color of toasted almonds and long straight black hair and huge black eyes. She was wearing a tank top and a long swirling skirt. It's just too much for me. I finally found one guy who wasn't, but he's in India right now. I didn't feel intimidated by him. He didn't try to touch or feel me. There are two types of guys, said Camellia. They're either slime balls who are just out to get laid, or else they're in love with you instantly. Pathetic. What kind of guys fall in love with instantly? Kitty wondered. Oh, you know, said Camellia. Scotty, Cope Duncan, Dash Peters. Cope Duncan was a 30-something Southern writer who was always out with beautiful young girls. Dash Peters was a well-known Hollywood agent who was frequently in New York, also a squire of PYTs. Both had also dated and broken the hearts of women who were in their 30s and usually pretty accomplished at something besides looking good. I dated Dash Peters too, TC said. She touched the back of her short, dark hair. He kept trying to get me to spend the rest of the night with him at the Mark Hotel. He sent me baskets of flowers, all white ones. He was begging me to come over and take a sauna with him. Then he wanted me to go with him to some stupid party in the Hamptons, but I wouldn't. I met him in the south of France, said Camellia. Sometimes Camellia spoke in a weird, fake European accent, and she was using it now. Did he buy you anything? TC asked, trying to be casual. Not really, Camellia said. She motioned to the waiter. Can you please bring me another frozen margarita? She asked. This one isn't cold enough. She looked back at TC. Just some Canal. Or just some Chanel. I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm saying words and reading all crazy, but no comment. Pissing me off. Clothing or accessories? Clothing, Camellia said. I already have too many Chanel bags. They bore me. There was silence for a moment, and then Shalai spoke up. I hardly ever go out anymore. I can't take it. I've become very spiritual. A thin piece of raw hide hung from her neck, twisted around a small crystal. What had finally done in her was an encounter with a famous movie actor in his early 30s who had seen her photo in a magazine and tracked down her agency. They passed on him his number, and because she had just seen him in a movie and thought he was cute, she called him. He invited her to spend 2 weeks with him at his house in Los Angeles. Then he came to New York, and he started to get weird. He refused to go out, except strip clubs, where he tried to get girls to do special things to him for free, because he was famous. Kitty put her elbows on the table. A couple of years ago, I said, I've been screwed over too many times, so I decided to take a guy's virginity and then leave him. It was bad, or I was bad, but on the other hand, he was 21, which is probably too old to be a virgin, so he deserved it. I was as sweet as I could be, and then I never talked to him again. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. If you can create the guy who wants you to be, you can get him. If a guy says to me, I like fishnets and red lipstick, I see it as accessorizing, said TC. If Hubert was a girl, he'd be the trashiest girl you've ever seen, said Kitty. I said, yes, I'll wear short skirts, but I'm going to wear underwear underneath. One time I had to totally get him back. He kept harassing me to sleep with him and another woman. Finally, I have this friend who's gay, George, and we kiss sometimes, but it's like kids. So I said, honey, George is coming over and he's going to spend the night. Hubert was like, where is he going to sleep? I said, oh, I thought he'd sleep in the bed with us. And you're going to play receiver. He totally freaked out, and I said, honey, if you really love me, you'll do this for me because it's what I want. Well, she said, ordering another margarita. It had to be done. Now we're on a level that's equal. That is kind of flawless, though. Hello, Kitty. Older guys are gross, said Camellia. I won't go out with them anymore. A couple of years ago, I realized, why do I need to go out with these ugly, rich old men when I can go out with the gorgeous, rich young guys? Plus, these old guys don't really understand you. No matter how much they think they do, there's another generation. I don't think older guys are so bad, Kitty said. Of course. When Hubert first called me up and said he wanted to go out with me, I was like, how old are you and how much hair do you have left on your head? He really had to woo me. The first time he came to pick me up, I walked out with dirty hair and no makeup. It was like, if you want me so much, get a look at the real me. After that, the first time I spent the night with him, the next morning I woke up and he had a banquet of my favorite flowers, or a bouquet of my favorite flowers in every room. He found out who my favorite author was, and he brought all the books. On the mirror, he wrote in shaving cream, "Hello, Kitty." The woman squealed. "That is so adorable," TC said. I love men too, but sometimes I need a break from them. Hubert loves it when I mess up, said Kitty. He loves it when I buy too many clothes, and I can't pay the bill. He loves to step in and take care of everything. Men are needy, and we're the goddesses that give them. Kitty said triumphantly. She was well into her second margarita. On the other hand, men are bigger, larger. They are comfort. They give you something that women can't. A man should provide for his girlfriend. Hubert makes me feel really safe. He's allowing me to have a childhood I never had, said Kitty. I don't buy this whole feminist idea. Men have a need to be dominant. Let them. Embrace your femininity. I think men could be complicated, but I always know there's another one out there if this one doesn't work out, said TC. Men are not high maintenance. It's other men and women who are really the problem, said Camellia. At the risk of sounding obnoxious, being beautiful is such a power. You can get whatever you want, said Kitty. And other women know that, and you don't like you, especially older women. They think you're invading their territory. For a lot of women, when they reach 30, they start to realize their age, said Camellia. Men have given women this stigma. Obviously, a woman who looks like Christy Brinkley is not going to have a problem. But they get mean, said Kitty. They make comments. Women just assume that I'm an idiot, that I don't know anything, that I'm stupid, that I'm with Hubert for his money. You get spiteful and wear even shorter skirt and more makeup. Nobody bothers to ask, they just assume, said TC. Women are so envious in general. It doesn't have anything to do with their age. It's disgusting. They see an attractive girl and they give attitude. It's so sad and shocking. It's so telling of where women are in their lives. They're so insecure and unhappy about where they are, and they can't stand it if it seems like another woman has it better. That's why most of my friends are men. The three other women looked around the table and nodded. What about sex? Someone asked. I tell every guy that has the biggest thing I've ever seen, said Kitty. The woman laughed nervously. Kitty slurped up the last bit of her margarita through a straw. It's survival, she said. Alright, you guys, I am done for the night of reading the Sex and the City series. I hope you enjoyed tonight's last 3 chapters, of course, and my cinnamon rolls are almost done. I will be back on tonight with some hot topics of the night and probably with some few other videos, so stay tuned, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you comment, subscribe if this is your first time watching the show. Be sure to go back on my videos and check out chapters 1 through 10, because I just read chapters 11, 12, and 13 tonight. So stay tuned, you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and of course, we're doing the outro song right now. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Holla back.